Adding and subtracting polynomials. In this lesson, you are going to have to combine like terms. So you're going to look at the term itself and see, can I put those together? And they have to be the same. Also, your answer must be in standard form, so that means that the degree has to go from largest to smallest. So in the first question, it says find the sum. So I'm going to look at my question and I'm going to add them together. So I have an x squared minus x minus 2 plus 7x squared minus x. So x squared in the first one and 7x squared are like terms. So that is going to be, you're going to take the coefficient and you're going to add them. So it's 1 plus 7, so it would be 8x squared because you're going to keep that exponent or that base. Then my other like terms are my negative x and my negative x. So negative x plus a negative x is going to give me negative 2x. So it's a negative 1 plus a negative 1. And then this negative 2 is its own term right here. So that is going to just be negative 2. So that would be my final answer. So you have to be careful because you're not multiplying, so you're not adding the exponents, you're just keeping them the exact same. So in this next one I have negative x squared plus 5x plus 4 added to 3x squared minus 8x plus 9. So my like terms here are a negative 1x squared and a positive 3x squared. So that would make that a negative 1 plus 3, which is 2x squared. My other like terms are a positive 5x and a minus 8x, which is going to make that a negative 3x. And then I have 4 plus 9, which is going to give me a positive 13. So that's going to be my final answer. Now this next part, they want you to find the difference, and finding the difference means you're subtracting, so you're still doing the same thing. The only difference is when you subtract, you need to distribute that negative before you can get started. So you have to give it to each term. So I'm going to rewrite this. So I have 5x squared plus 4x minus 1, and then it's going to be a negative times a positive, so it's going to be a negative 2x squared. A negative times a negative is plus 6. So it's really kind of saying that it's a negative 1 out here, and that's why you're distributing it to each of the terms. So now I'm going to combine like terms. So I have a positive 5x plus a negative 2x, which is going to be 3x squared. I have just this 4x by itself, so it's going to be plus 4x. And then I have a negative 1 and a positive 6, which are like terms. So that's going to be plus 5. And that's going to be my final answer. My last one, I'm still going to distribute this negative. So I'm going to give that negative to all three terms. So I have x squared minus 2xy minus y squared. And then I'm going to have a negative and a positive. So it's going to be a negative x squared, a negative and a positive, so negative xy, and a negative and a positive, so negative y squared. So I have my x squared and my negative x squared, which is going to cancel out. And then I have a negative 2xy and a negative xy. So that's going to become negative 3xy. And then another like term that I have is negative y and a negative y squared. So a negative y squared and a negative y squared, which is a negative 2y squared. And so my answer will be negative 3xy minus 2y squared.